Nattel's garlic shampoo is pretty awesome stuff. My hair definitely looks and feels much thicker. Cool. And that's the thing about YouTube, is all the trichotillea I had is basically back here on my scalp. Way back here on my crown. And the thing about trichotillea is once you've picked it out, you have to wait for it to grow back. One second, I'm gonna grab some water. So last night, I got just a little bit drunk, and I'm not even hungover, to be honest. Cool. Anyways, I brought you here on camera right now to talk about a couple things. You ever have those moments in life where, for some ungodly reason, people seem to care more about your sex life than you do? People sitting there saying, Josh should ask out so-and-so. Or Josh and so-and-so would make a really cute couple. I mean, we got a couple of cute-ass chicks checking you out. You know what I'm saying? You too. Yeah. You know what I've noticed? That most of the time, when you enter junior high, most people don't grow up past that stage. Because even grown-ass adults, like, for whatever ungodly reason, like to give each other shit about, you know, the people they like. I'm like, oh, Josh likes so-and-so. And it's like, yeah, I'd like it if you kept your opinions to yourself. Says the guy with the YouTube channel. A lot of people go through that, though. A lot of people go through the whole scenario that I just explained. Now, if you got people that are giving you shit about liking a girl and what have you, and especially if the girl's attractive, just shrug it off. That's all you can do. Be like, yeah, and can you blame me? And leave it at that. See, when it comes to hot chicks, I don't see color. The hot chick's a hot chick, period. You know what I'm saying? There's a hot chick in every race. But when you got one girl in particular, YouTube, that definitely wants you, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. woke up this early. Usually I don't. I might end up just going back to bed for a bit. But I wanted to make a quick video. Now here's the thing of it. When people give you shit about liking somebody, just ignore them. And if you're in a situation where you can't really say anything back except, yeah, it's whatever, and then, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Oof. Damn. That pizza I had made me a little bit gassy, but that's alright. Like, I know of, excuse me, I know of this one chick that really likes me. And I'm about half tempted to ask her out, to be honest. But there's a couple things stopping me from doing it. One of which is the money situation. Sometimes I don't always have the money, but I make it however I can. And another thing that stops me is trust issues. It's not that I don't trust her, it's just I don't trust the dating scene in general. I've had a couple of negative experiences on the dating scene, and it's made me have trust issues with the dating scene. So that's nothing against the girl in question, you know what I'm saying? It's just me. Unfortunately. And that's the thing of it, is people have, you know, shitty dating experiences. But you can't let that ruin dating for you, you know? Unless it's like super bad, you know what I'm saying? Like, unless the dating experience you've had is so bad that you're just like, nope, fuck this shit. Yeah. 7 chicks before I'm 27, that's not too bad. That's actually kind of classy. That's more than I thought I was gonna get. And thus far, I haven't heard any complaints from the chicks I've been with. Yeah. Well, the other day, I went to go hang out with my friends, and they were busy working, so I came back and hung out with them about 2 days ago. And then you find that one chick that's cute, and she doesn't really care if you're rich or poor, she just wants you. Which is kind of cool, you know? That's a rarity for me to find. I can't really go into too much detail about that chick situation because I do have to keep some of my aspects on YouTube personal. Some aspects of my life are personal, and quite frankly, I don't want to dive too deeply into it. Just kind of give you the bare gist of it. It is rather unfortunate, but another reason why I don't date is because of what happened this summer. At least for the moment, I don't date. The reason being is because a lot of YouTube bullies basically bullied Summer into breaking up with me, and that's kind of bullshit. I finally had a girlfriend, and she made me happy, and I didn't care. And, you know, she was old enough on top of that, and it's like, okay. Well, I'm pleased to report that Summer found herself a boyfriend. And he does care about her. He's a good dude, so I went and met him last night, and he's good for her. They're actually really good for each other. I can sense it, you know what I'm saying? But Summer told me they were taking it slow, and I'm like, good, that's smart. Sometimes it's good not to just rush into things, whether it's relationships or, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. There we go. It's enough water to stay hydrated, at least. And that's gonna sound cheesy as fuck, YouTube. But one thing I miss more than getting pussy is just having a girl to cuddle with. I know it sounds stupid and cheesy and lame as fuck to a lot of you, but it is what it is. Because anybody can fuck. That's not really challenging. But that's not intimacy. You know what I mean? Like, to me, intimacy is being able to cuddle with your girlfriend and laugh at all the stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? Laugh at all the people talking shit about your relationship. Laugh at the stupid people who wish they had what you guys had. You know what I'm saying? That's intimacy. Being able to cuddle with your girlfriend and laughing at life at the same time. That's intimacy. The thing of it is, I'm actually kind of half tempted to ask this chick out, but if we do end up dating, more than likely I wouldn't tell you, I wouldn't show YouTube just because I don't want the same thing happening to this chick that the thing that happened with Summer, you know. And it's unfortunate that, you know, people can't just leave me the fuck alone. They see I get a girlfriend that makes me happy, and they can't just be happy for me. They gotta fuck it up. It really makes you think, how sad and miserable are these people's lives they have to be a lot sadder than mine for them to do that. It's like, okay, how bad is your life when you're trying to fuck up mine because of how jealous you are? So for that reason, I actually feel really sorry for these trolls. You know? When people who bully you, it's usually because their life or something that happens in their life makes them want to bully others. You know what I'm saying? But am I complaining about the bullying I get on YouTube? No. No. Because I realize that with my autism, it could be worse. I could be getting bullied a lot worse than I am. But is there such thing as too professional? Sometimes, yes. It's not necessarily a bad thing, it just, Huh. That's what happens when you sit too close to the desk. My ring just went, I smacked the desk. Yeah. What you're saying of it is I'm not going to let YouTube bullies stop me from enjoying some female companionship. I just have to be a bit more careful on who I decide to date, and you know what I'm saying? I mean, you know it's pretty bad when, like, everybody gives you shit about this particular chick. Ask so-and-so out. Oh, Josh and so-and-so would make a cute couple. And it's like, okay, nice to know that everybody around me cares more about my sex life than I do. Uh, I end up on this political point of trying to prove that men don't need sex to be happy, and it ends up backfiring a little bit when, you know, it's 9 months and you're lonely as fuck. But you know what? I'm not complaining. No, I'm not complaining about my dry spell, and the reason why I'm not complaining about it at YouTube is because there are bigger fucking problems. There are bigger fucking problems in our world. And I feel like a douchebag if I complain about my dry spell, to be honest. Like, oh, you haven't gotten your dick wet in 9 months, boo-hoo. You know, meanwhile, there's unclean drinking water in Flint, Michigan. There's mass shootings happening everywhere. You know, there's autistic kids getting bullied in school, outside of school. Bigger fucking problems. So I could give 4 flying fucks less when it happens, you know what I'm saying? All I'm saying is that if you got a chick checking you out, like hardcore, you got a chick that wants you, that could be a potential girlfriend in the future. You never know. But I'll be honest with you, I'm kind of bashful around women sometimes. I know it's cheesy, but that's just me being subconscious about my autism. I think to myself, I have a social disorder, and I have to recognize that it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's not an excuse. Me being a, it's just me being aware of my shit. So I feel like I'm out of place in a social situation, if that makes any sense. Which is weird because I'm on social media all the time. uh, Now when people say, oh, you and this chick would make a cute couple, you can't say that for sure. That's counting your chickens before they hatch. Maybe on the surface, yeah. You can't say that for you can't say that indefinitely. You know what I'm saying? You can't say, oh yeah, well you could say it, but just because you say it, don't make it true. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes being single is so much easier than having a relationship. You can fuck a chick and not feel guilty about it. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're in a relationship, you're only fucking that one chick and that's it. Unless, of course, your girlfriend happens to be bi and she likes fucking other chicks with you, then that's different. But you know what I'm saying? Generally speaking, if you're in a relationship with the chick, you're strictly just, yeah. Or unless you guys are swingers and that's what you do, then, do your thing, man. No judgment here. But the cool thing about it, YouTube, is that when you're single for 9 months and you haven't had anything for 9 months, and you actually stop and observe the world around you, and you notice a lot of people wish they were single. Like, a lot of people I've heard say, man, you're lucky you're single, man. You should enjoy that shit, man. I wish I was single. You hear a lot of people say shit like that, and it's like, well, fuck a duck then, goddamn. That's just an expression, don't take it literally. But I'm just saying, when you see a lot of people who are in relationships that wish they were single, and then you see a lot of people who are single that wish they were taken. It is how it is. I tell you what, I'm asking myself, where is this experience when I was getting rejected by chicks in high school? You know what I'm saying? So here's the thing of it. On the for real though, if you're not getting laid And when you're in high school, don't even trip out about it. Because it'll happen later on in life. You know what I'm saying? I'd be more focused on getting your schoolwork done, to be honest. Because as soon as you graduate high school, you can do damn near anything YouTube. And high school sucks. I get that. You know, been there, done that, brand a t-shirt. But if you can survive high school, you can survive anything, dude. If I can graduate high school, what the fuck is stopping you? Unless you're the next Bill Gates, then you kind of need high school. Most places require a high school diploma or GED to even get a job. So if you don't have your high school diploma or equivalent, most places aren't going to hire you, which will make getting a job difficult, which will make saving up for a car and a house even more difficult. I mean, there are some jobs that don't require that sort of thing, but those are like under the table, you know what I'm saying? Man. But that's kind of off topic. Don't get me wrong, this chick that's into me that I speak of, oof. Holy shit, dude. If you saw me with her, you'd be like, damn, Cobra, how'd you pull that off? You know what I'm saying? And I'd be sitting there scratching my head going, well, you know, your guess is as good as mine. I know this chick's a dime piece, like, what the fuck she sees in me, I don't know. But then again, I wouldn't be complaining now, would I? No. No. But, yeah. It's kind of sad that every time she walks by, my face gets a little red. I'm just like, God damn it. Now, some people would think that's cute as shit, but I'm like, huh, it's not funny for me. I don't want... yeah. Like, you have no idea how tempting it would be to make a video with my girlfriend sitting on my lap and being like, you see this YouTube? This chick is mine. That would be that's a nice feeling, I'm not gonna lie. But, look what happened with Summer. Now, she agreed to still be friends, which I appreciate that. She's like, it's not you, it's me, you know? She flat out said, and I quote, I cannot take dating a YouTube celebrity right now. And I'm like, you know what, Summer, that's perfectly understandable. Like, Summer's one of the few exes that I wasn't mad at for breaking up with me, honestly, because I understood her predicament. Unfortunately, when you're famous on social media, fame comes at a fickle price. Oh yeah, the celebrity exposure is nice, but it comes at a price. You know, the strangest thing happened too, because I woke up, passed out on my buddy's couch after drinking a bit, and he didn't mind. Him and his girl were cool with it because they understand, you know. And I woke up with a lighter in my pocket, and I'm like, huh, cool. Phil and Bree must have put a lighter in my pocket when I passed out, so that was very nice of them. They saw that I was out of lighter, and they were like, dude's using his Zippo to smoke his pipe. Yeah. And Bree and Phil are good people, and they're good friends of mine, so... Which brings me to my next point. Get yourself a couple of good friends to hang out with on the weekends. A lot of people say, well, they like their solitude. I get that. But here's the thing of it, if I spend all day in my apartment, I can do it. But if I spend 2 whole days in my apartment and I don't get out and go find something to do, even if I'm broke, going out, hanging out with friends, and just finding something to do, okay, that's where it's at. That's where it's at, YouTube. Yeah. I'm trying to focus on the video, but my mind's drifting. I'm like, oh my god, dude. I will admit, I definitely have a thing for goth chicks, but that's the thing of it. Is my girlfriend doesn't have to be goth. She doesn't. She has to be 18 or older, clean and attractive. That's reasonable. Everyone is allowed to have standards, YouTube. Some people might be like, well, you have autism, so you're not allowed to have standards. You know what I say to that? Fuck you. Or you're socially awkward and autistic, your standards are way too high. Not really. Nobody's standards are too high. So if you have high standards, then who gives a shit what everybody else thinks? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care. It's your love life. So when people say that your standards are too high, fuck them. When people say that your standards are too high, fuck them. See, I like watching my hair come back in. Got that Dio Devil's Lock look going. Very punk rock. Yeah. Or heavy metal, or whatever you want to call it. Yeah. But, got some nice little early morning pipe thoughts. Yeah. Anyways, YouTube, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you cool cobras on the flip side.